Hello, my YouTube family. It's good to be back because let me tell you something. I haven't created content in 3.5 weeks. I caught a sinus infection that has been miserable and it knocked me out. Today, I want to show you everything you need to have to make amazing videos and pictures by changing your settings on your iPhone. You guys, the iPhone Pro, the iPhone 13 Pro can do wonders. And if you don't want to spend like $3,000 on a video camera or $1,000 on a video camera, you can absolutely use your iPhone. So let's get to it. Hi guys, I'm Shannon Shipman and I love helping small businesses and creative entrepreneurs create conversions, make an impact, and build a community, all while creating incredible, valuable content. But before I begin, I want to know, are you using your iPhone to create your content now? Because content is king, and let's be honest, we need a lot of it. And because iPhones or Samsungs or Androids have gotten so popular and they are also incredibly savvy with their technology, we are more and more gravitating towards using our cell phones. I mean, and why not? It makes our life easy, right? Anything to create content and make our life easy is always going to be the best option. So let's start with the camera mode. And again, I want to preface, this is all based off of the Apple 13 Pro Max. The 12 had a lot of options. There's one option that they didn't have. And if you're watching this much later down the road and you have an iPhone 14, 15, and so on, they're just going to get better and better and better. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to hop on over to your settings, and then you want to scroll down until you get to your camera. When you click into your camera, you want to go to format. It should be the very first option that you see on the iPhone 13. When you click into formats, you want to automatically turn on high efficiency. This is going to create a very high quality video or portrait or a picture. And I do want to let you know as well that this will take up a lot more space in your camera. So you might want to toggle these on and off depending on how you are creating your content. Like I batch create my content. So while I'm batch creating, I can toggle it on and off. I also want to let you know that below that are the Apple RAW settings. I also keep those on too because you get the most bang for your buck with an iPhone and your camera, your DSLR. If you are not shooting in RAW, please start shooting in RAW. It just gathers more information that we are able to manipulate in the editing process, which I'll talk about in another video down the road. After that, you want to go back out of format and you want to go down to camera mode. And this is where you're going to set your video settings, your slow-mo settings, and you're going to turn the grid on. So let's start with your video settings. You want to turn on your video settings and you want to shoot in 4K at 60 FPS. Just trust me on this. I'm not going to get into the whole details behind it. Also want to let you know 4K is a huge file. So if you want to bump it down, you can. But if you are really out shooting landscape or you need a crisp picture and you need something that looks really good and high quality, you need to bump the 4K on. This is also where you're going to adjust your slow-mo settings. And maybe you don't use slow motion, but it is a great feature to do a clip here and there, and it gives a really cool vibe or even like a transition, and I highly recommend playing around with it. I mean, you already have it, so just use it. So for your slow motion settings, you want to set it at 180 at 240 FPS. Following along on that same screen, you're going to see a bunch of different options, and you want to go to the grid. And the grid is where you want to toggle that on. So that means that when you're looking at your camera or you're taking a video on both sides, you're going to end up seeing a grid, right? A 9-block pattern. There's a ton of different reasons why. When you're first starting out, you want to make sure that you're sticking your subject within the lines that connect. So they connect like here and here. And when you turn on the grid, you'll see it. But you just want to make sure where the lines connect, put your subject, put your dog, whatever it is that you're filming, and it just makes it more appeasing to the eye for the people that are actually watching the video. If you keep moving down, you're going to see that Apple introduced something new. It's called photographic styles. And this is really fun for people that hate editing, but they want to give a little more jazz or a little more stylized feel to their photos. And what you do with this is you click on that and you can slide through. And Apple offers about 5 different options. So depending on where you're at is depending on how you can set it. Mine tends to stay on warmth. I really like to pull out those warm tones. I don't love looking at really cool pictures, but there's a cool tone, there's a warm tone, and iPhone will automatically set your pictures in a different light. And it gives you examples so you can see exactly what it looks like. So now we've got the settings out of the way. Let's hop into your actual camera app. So hop into the camera app and I want to take a look, or I just want you to see that you have time lapse. You have a lot of different options. You have pano, you have portrait, which is great if you want a blurry background and a subject up front. You have photo, you can adjust the settings of photos as well. And you also have time lapse. This is also a fun feature when you're creating content because it's easy. So maybe you're cleaning up the kitchen and you want a time lapse and it's just taking photo after photo after photo, and you can set the timer and you can set the amount of photos that you want and the time in between each photo. And then it has like, it will show you in, after it's all said and done, it'll show you like zipping around the kitchen, cleaning the kitchen. And you can put text overlay on this, or you can put a trending song to this. Guys, it's a great feature. You don't have to have an app to have time lapse. It's already built in your phone. I think it's also really important to note that on the Apple 13 Pro Max, there is a new setting and it is a game changer. It is cinematic setting. And guys, when you turn on cinematic setting for your video, it's video only, your videos look like movies. They are stunning. You can set the focus and you can have the focus stay directly on that subject, or you can change the focus points. What is brilliant about this setting and shooting in cinematic, not only is it gorgeous visually, it also can be edited. You can change the focal point post-process. So once you film the video and then you go back into your iPhone and you look at the video and you can hit the edit button, if you didn't like where the focus was and it was on somebody, but you wanted the focal point on somebody way back behind that person, you can just tap on that person and it will change the focal point onto that person. What? Mind blown. That's amazing. Guys, like seriously, because I've gotten so much footage of Caden running around on the beach and I'm like, God, this isn't even like Caden, it's not even showing Caden. And I can just use cinematic footage and just pop right on Caden and there you go. It's like magic. iPhone, you're brilliant. Okay, before I get into some gear that's going to help you guys, I also want to let you know that if you are concerned about making your videos more high quality, the best thing that you can do is go and stand in front of an open window. You can even go to your door, open up your door, and it's going to let in some natural light, and stand in front of your open door. Nobody's going to see what is going on behind you, and nobody's going to see that you're standing in front of a window, except maybe people outside. But that natural light is going to really have a nice diffusing effect, and it'll give you a really softer appearance, and you're not going to have any harsh shadows or harsh lights. And it just, everybody feels good in natural light. So I just want to give that tip that if you are filming content and you're batch creating content, try to do it in front of a natural light source. All right, let's get into gear. An iPhone tripod. Look, I'm going to link all of these in the description below. And if you're using any of them and you love them, let me know. Or if you're using something that you think is better, I want to hear about it because I am constantly looking for gadgets. If you're a photographer or videographer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We spend way too much money buying new equipment. However, if you are filming your content with an iPhone, you 100% need to have an iPhone tripod. And this is pretty self-explanatory. The next piece of equipment that I use is a gimbal. This is the DJI gimbal. It's the DJI 4. I think they actually have a 5 out now. And this guy just makes everything so much smoother. You know when you're like walking down the street and you're seeing somebody with a camera and it goes da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Nobody wants to see that because we get a headache, right? This will just smooth it all out. This is going to be ideal for people really trying to amp up their video content, or they're shooting outside, or they're just moving around a lot versus just sitting here talking to you, which I'm filming on my iPhone right now. I also use this from time to time. This is the Joby Pro. You can put your iPhone here. You can turn this around so you can get landscape, horizontal or vertical shots. This also does plays as a tripod. And this is really useful when you're doing more of a vlogging style because you can pop your phone in, you can talk to the camera, you're running around the house, you're outside, you're doing whatever you're doing, and you basically are going to just use this. And say you sit down at a desk or something, you can just pop it right on open and boom, there you go. And super lightweight, great for traveling. Moving on. We are going to talk about the ring light. Okay, so any content creator has a ring light, and I'm looking at it right now, I use the Diva ring light Supernova. I ordered it off of Amazon, it came 24 hours later. It's wonderful, it's tall, it's great. I have the 18-inch one. I think they also have a 12-inch one. But if you are creating content, especially if you are in a dark area and you don't have a lot of natural light, right now I don't have that much natural light because it's dark and cloudy. So I'm using the ring light, and it just beautifully lights up everything that is in the photo or in the video. They also make ring lights that can attach to your phone. I actually have a light with DJI, and it attaches itself to the phone, and it's just a nice little pop of color if you need it. Last but not least, if you are creating content and you are creating really good videos and you are using talking to camera, I highly recommend, yes, it's right here on I keep it on my bra strap, I'm not even gonna lie, you can put it right here, but this right here is the Rode Wireless, and I have it attached. The one is attached to my phone, and then I have this one where it picks up my voice, and so that way the audio is extremely clear. Extremely clear. And that is a big deal if you are talking like this, because you want to be heard. Nobody wants to get on a YouTube channel or a video on Instagram or on TikTok and have all this like crazy sound and wind and all that. No, you need to have really good audio. So I will link this for you as well. I will also link a couple other options that are cheaper that will work for you, especially as you are starting out. Okay guys, this is the equipment that I use when I am filming my content and I am batch creating. These are the settings that I actually use on my own phone, and I don't change them. So if you start using any of these, come back, tell me some stories in the comments. I want to hear, or I want to see links about what you created. And I know the video setting alone on the iPhone is 100% going to be a game changer for you. And since we talked all about creating content, I'm going to direct you to this video where you can actually steal my Instagram strategy for this year. So head on over there next, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.